Hello Year 3 and welcome to today's maths lesson. So today we are going to be recapping adding 1, 10 and 100 to a number. Now we've done this in school before and I know that you're really good at this. Okay, so you can either listen to me talk through the lesson, or if you want to or would prefer to, you can watch the White Rose Maths video on this link here. If you stop it at around 3 minutes and 20 seconds, okay, because then it starts talking about something different, which we will come on to in tomorrow's lesson. Okay, so as usual, we've got some warm-up questions here. Okay, so choose which ones you want to do there. Okay, and then we've got some times table practice using dominoes. So all you've got to do is count how many squares you've got for the first number. So in this one you've got 2, and then you're timesing it by 3. So 2 times 3 equals 6. Then in this one you've got 4 squares, so you've got 4 times 3 equals 12, and so on. Okay, brilliant. And then final practice question for today, we've got some continuing of the sequences, so just working out what the sequence is counting up or back in, and then filling in the missing numbers. Okay, brilliant. Well done, everybody. Now then, our main lesson today, we're finding 100, 10 and one more than a number. So here I've got my main number 132. I've got 100, 3 tens and 2 ones. Now, if I'm finding 100 more, that means I'm adding on one more 100, which you can see here. So that means my 1 in my original number, okay, if I'm adding one more 100 on, that is going to change to a 2, okay? Now in these questions, my tens and my ones are going to stay the same because my hundreds do not add up to 9 or more, okay? Then when I'm finding 10 more, okay, so I've still got my 100 and I'm adding on another 10. Now, sorry children, that's just moved over a little bit, okay, but when I add on one more 10, okay, to my 3 tens, I'm going to have 4 tens, okay? And my hundreds look and my ones look, they stay the same because my tens do not add up to more than 9. Okay, and then when I'm finding one more, okay, I've still got my 100, still got my 3 tens, and then I'm just adding 1 into the ones column. So 2 add 1 makes 3, and my hundreds and my tens stay exactly the same. Okay, and we would write those questions as number sentences like this. So 132 add 100 equals 232. 132 add 10 equals 142. And 132 add 1 equals 133. Okay, we'll do one more example and then I will show you your questions for today. So here we've got 2 hundreds, 0 tens in this number, in the tens column, and 5 ones, which I write as 205. Now when I'm finding 100 more, I'm adding on 100, which means that my 200s are going to change to 300s, because I know that 2 add 1 equals 3. My tens and my ones have stayed exactly the same. Okay. When I'm finding 10 more, I'm adding on 10. So I've still got my 200s and I'm adding on 1 10 into the tens column. And my 5 ones are staying the same. So I've got 200 still. Now I've got 110 because I know 0 add 1 equals 1. And I've still got my 5 ones there. Okay, and then finally finding one more. So I've got 200 still, and then I haven't got any tens in my tens column, and then I've had 5 and I've added on one more to make 6. Okay, so when we're adding on 100, the hundreds change. When we're adding on 10, the tens change. And when we're adding on 1, the ones change. Okay, sometimes we know that sometimes 2 columns have to change. And that is when our digits add up to more than 9. And we will carry on looking at that once we get back to school next week. Okay, up here, that is how you would write these questions as number sentences. Okay, now today's questions, okay, we've got a number here that Annie has made. Okay, so I want you to first of all write the number, then find 100 more, then 10 more, then 1 more. And you can either draw this out into your book, or if you've got it printed, you can draw things onto it to help you, some tens and some ones and some hundreds. Another similar question here, so you're finding 100, 10 and 1 more. And then in question 3, it's just finding 100 more. If it helps you, if you need to, draw out the numbers using your base 10, using your blocks. Okay? Now then, I've also put on this PowerPoint some extra practice questions if you want to have a go at. Okay? And then an extra challenge, pick one question and write a number story. So I might say there are 324 children at St Joseph's and 1 more child comes to join the school. How many children are there altogether? Okay, see if you can think of an even better number story than me. Okay, I'd love to hear those. And then finally, 2 challenges. So we've got the counter is missing on the place value chart. Okay, what could the number be? It should say there. So what could the number be? So if I added on a 1 to this number in the ones, what would it be? If I added on a 10, what would the number be? If I added on a counter to the hundreds, what would the number be? Okay, and then the next one, Tom makes a number on a place value chart, but one of the counters slips off the chart. What could Tom's number have been? Okay, so that's quite similar to the previous challenge question. So think about what the number would change to if you added a 1, if you added a 10, and if you added 100. Okay, then finally, we've got the answers for you to have a look at yourself and see how you got on. Okay, and the answers to the challenge. Okay, fantastic learning today, everybody. In tomorrow's lesson, we will look at finding 1, 10 and 100 less than a number. Okay, thank you for working hard. Speak to you soon.